Hi, and welcome to the first video training in this series, right? Oh, I'm so excited, and thank you all for your comments and posts on the videos and in the group. I'm having a blast. It's really a pleasure meeting you all, and I hope that you feel the same way. Today is our first training video, and it is called How Bob the Trucker Got His Engine Running, which is about getting more energy. So for those of you who did not see the earlier videos, make sure that you go back and you look at them so that you can find out more about what's going on in the group. You need to go to the features tab. That's where everything is. So every day you come in, you need to go to the features tab and see what's up in the group so that you know what is coming up. And you really do not want to miss anything. So today I'm really excited about this video, how Bob the Trucker got his engine running. And I'm so excited because, just let me know if you feel the same way. This video is all about, just post it below. Just let me know if you feel the same way, okay? Well, this video is all about being tired and just having no energy to even want to do anything, you know? It starts with your body, but then it starts to get to your mind. You eventually become depressed. It's not that you want to sleep, but you just don't have the desire. You've actually lost the desire to do anything. You know, you find yourself alone those times, and people who love you, they don't even want to be around you because you're miserable, you're impatient, you snap at people for no reason at all, really. You're not learning anything, you're not helping anybody, you're not having any fun, and you're pushing people further and further away. You don't blame them. You know it's you, and you want to do better, but you just don't have the energy. You're definitely not happy about this, but you really haven't figured out a way to make it better. So that is why you must see this video. I will show you here several ways that you can start making a difference today in the way that you feel, and also the way that you interact with others. These things, you can begin to do them today, and continue to do them as much as you want to or as much as you need to. This will get you back to being that fun-loving character that your loved ones respect and they miss so much right now. This could be your new bright beginning. So make sure you say goodbye to that old grumpy self, right? Look, don't forget that at the end of this video, I am going to post a question about this story, and one winner will get a prize. So pay close attention. I also have to remind you that the results in this video, they're not typical. This is a composite of different clients, and methods used here are based on their own particular circumstances, like their diet, their health status, and their lifestyles. And like anything else, quality results take quality effort, persistence, and patience. So I am in no way promising you as to what your outcome will be with what I'm teaching here. All right, that said, let's get started. Let me reveal how Bob the Trucker got his engine running. So first, let me introduce you to Bob. This is his story. You know, prior to being diagnosed, Bob was just a fun-loving guy. I mean, he was just so full of energy. He was very outgoing. He loved meeting new people. He loved traveling, fishing. He had a motorcycle he used to ride with his crew on a regular basis. And he loved working on cars with his grandson. I mean, he just really had a lot going on. So then one day, Bob goes to the doctors. He gets a diagnosis. He started taking prescription meds. And now it just seemed like all of a sudden he just had no more luster, no more energy. His life had changed completely, and it seemed almost like overnight. He didn't even want to leave the house. He stayed home. He watched CNN and C-SPAN. You know, said he was really just too tired. Yeah, he even admitted that he was miserable. He said it because he felt like he was letting his family down. And the thing about it is that they really missed spending time with him too. Nobody at all, nobody was happy until Bob started getting more healthy fats and less sugar in his diet. And that's the kind of thing, that's what we kind of recommended him to, and also gave him some supplements. And it was almost in no time that he started getting back to his old self. His wife knew everything was getting better when she came home from out being out with her family, and saw that he was in the garage drinking with his old Chevy. And they also started taking walks again. So for them, things were getting back to normal, and everybody is happy. So now I'm going to show you how to get more energy. We're going to start really, really basic at the beginning point. That if you look at this picture on the left hand side there, you see that blue. That's a typical cell in our bodies, typical body cell. And what's highlighted in there is an organelle called the mitochondria. Now that mitochondria is the site of energy production in almost every cell in the body. All the cells in the body have them, just about. It's where energy is made. The more active an organ is, the more mitochondria it's going to have. So the brain, oh my God, the brain has many of these thousands of mitochondria. It has more than almost anybody. The thing about the mitochondria is that the substrate, or where it makes its soil from, where it makes its energy, and the energy is called ATP, so that's what you see there. The energy comes from foodstuffs that we eat. Stuff like fat. From fat, it uses fatty acids. From glucose, sugar, carbohydrates, and from protein, the amino acids. Those are the three things that energy is composed of, that it's made from. So mitochondria can only process energy from either carbohydrates, protein, or fats. And that is what you call metabolic flexibility. The good news is that all of these foods are digested in different ways. So it takes longer for proteins and fats than it does for glucose to reach the cells, to get into the mitochondria to make energy. So this is good for staging to help us to create energy. But however, the mitochondria, it's either going to make, it's one organelle, and the organelle is either going to make its energy from either glucose or either protein or either fats. But it can't make it from all three. It's one or none of the other. So the bad news, unfortunately, is that the standard American diet consists of carbohydrates and pre-digested foods that arrive for conversion at the same time to the mitochondria, and this causes a gridlock. And the other thing is because people eat all day long. You eat right before you go to bed, then you wake up in the middle of the night to get something to eat, then you eat first thing in the morning. Your body never gets a chance to rest or take care of other processes. So they're overworked. The energy production gets slowed down and you feel tired. But the good news is that many physicians are waking up to, and in functional medicine in particular, they're very aware of this metabolic flexibility, how it can be restored through diet and shortening your window of eating. So the restoration of metabolic flexibility is the key to making more energy. So here's how to get more energy. We're going to start first with gradually restricting your eating hours so that you're eating within a 10 to 12 hour window. If you figure there's 24 hours in the day, you don't want to eat 20 of those hours. Maybe you want to let your body relax for maybe 16 and have an 8-hour window, 10-hour window, 12-hour window of when you actually eat. So you can actually do this by starting on Monday. You eat at 7 a.m. and by Friday, you're eating at 11 a.m. So you're going to restrict your eating hours by 1 hour every day, Monday through Friday. So on the next Monday, you're going to have breakfast at 8 a.m. And by Friday, you're eating breakfast at 12 noon. So by week 6, just by restricting your eating by 1 hour every day, you should be eating at 12 noon for 5 days straight. So throughout the week, your last meal should be done by 7 p.m. And on the weekends, give your body a break. Take a break. Yeah, go back to having your breakfast, lunch, and dinner if you want. Just don't overeat. Because it truly is intermittent fasting. It happens maybe not every day, but you do want to restrict the hours you eat for most of the week. And when you're just starting out, you don't want to rely too much on the protein, on the fat for your food source. You want to eat either carbs or proteins because these are more, you probably have more mitochondria in your body that can process proteins and carbs rather than fat because we have less fat in our diets. So you want to give your body a chance to regroup and build those mitochondria that can convert fat into energy. So in the early part of the process, you want to eat for breakfast either all proteins or all carbs. And then the meal later in the day, when you eat around 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, then you want to have more fat in that part of your diet so that you will start to build those mitochondria that you need. So for day 1 and 2, just try to stick with proteins and carbs for breakfast. Do not eat fats until day 3, and you might even want to do it for later. And we're just talking about for breakfast now, but you do want to start your body with the process of being able to mobilize fat into the cells for energy. So you do want to start eating fats later in the day. And you want good quality fats, not just any fat will do. All right, so step 2 talks about when you eat. And, step 2 talks about what you eat. So the things that you want to avoid are things that could be damaging to your body when you're in this transition. And this is something called lectins. And if you don't know what lectins are, they're proteins that are found in a lot of natural foods, but they're very sharp. Their structure is, that's the best way to say it, pointy and sharp. And they can actually tear between the seams of the cells that line the GI tract. And they can cause what you call a leakiness in the GI wall. So at first you want to start avoiding them. And these are foods like beans and lentils and peas. But if you pressure cook them, you can actually get rid of those, lessen the effect of the lectins. So something like legumes, like potatoes, they're okay if they are cooked and then recooked, like a leftover. And milk is something also that has the casein 1, unless it is milk from European cows or milk products from European cows, like if you're going to eat butter or cheese, because they have a different type of protein. They're a different breed of animal than what we have here in the US. And then the other thing you want to do is just avoid simple sugar, because sugar is so harmful to the gut microbiome, the bacteria that live there. And it's in a lot of processed food. So you just want to keep your sugar down and stay away from the processed foods. Processed foods should be avoided. So you don't want to overload and make your blood sugar, overload the mitochondria and make your blood sugar high. And the 4th thing you want to do is get more rest. Sleep between 7 and 8 hours. I know when you were tired before, it wasn't really sleeping, but you were just tired. But get rest, because when you're not eating and you're sleeping, your body has the opportunity to rejuvenate and restore all of your systems, do the maintenance on your body systems. So this is really an important factor to get the best level of energy, whether you're ill, in poor health, moderate health, or the best health. Always try to get 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. So here's how and here's why all of these things work. Restricting when you eat allows your body time to digest the foods. Just like in nature, there's a time to sow and a time to reap. So there's a time to eat and a time to eliminate. It allows all the nutritional processes to go in full cycle without having to start all over again. So, restricting when avoids the delay in energy production. Restricting what you eat, in this case, protects the digestive lining of your GI tract and also avoids the overload at the mitochondria. So you don't want to eat a lot of carbs all at once, and you do want to mix it up, especially later on in the day. And the third thing is you do want to get enough sleep so that your body has the opportunity to actually digest that food and get the nutrients to where they need to be for you. And all of this together, restricting when, what, and getting enough sleep, all of it together enables metabolic flexibility. Now, here is how this applies in different situations. If you are a vegan or vegetarian, then you want to get your protein from hemp tofu or a veggie burger or kelp jerky, pressure cooked lentils, because remember lentils are good for you, but you have to make sure you get those lectins out, and other legumes, or dried when you dry them or soak them, so that you can remove the lentils. But the true food does have great nutritional value. You just need to prepare it properly so that it isn't hurting you. And if you are on a more conventional diet, then you may eat also foods that the vegans eat, as well as salmon and tuna, sardines, pasteurized turkey, and grass-fed and finished beef. And for both groups, feel free to eat fruit, but try to eat it when it's only in seasons and limited amount, because you do want to lessen the sugar that you're putting into your system. And if you're going to eat fruit, try to avoid the juices. And I just have to say a note about juices. Whole fruit is it's complete in its nutrition and fiber, but the juices, they are processed from so many different whole fruits that the sugar accumulates, but the process eliminates all the other nutrients and fiber. So that leaves you, even if you have pulp, it just leaves you the less benefit of the fruit, but you do get overloaded with sugar. So if you can avoid the sugar, the juices, especially those store-bought juices, avoid those. But if you want to make juices on your own, feel free, but try to add maybe some veggies to them as well. So this is the end of our very first training video, and I hope you found this video to be entertaining, informative, and of course I hope you got a lot of value out of it too. I really wanted to give you this information about the different parts of your body and how they work together. I really understand that this is the one thing that in healthcare we really don't even think about. We separate our body systems by function. That's why you'll have a cardiologist, a urologist, a pulmonologist. But we seem to forget that all the systems depend on each other so that the body can function overall, for the body and also for the mind. So my goal here today was to emphasize balance, because when the body systems are in balance, we are all at ease. But when your systems are out of balance, we are at dis-ease. So our goal is always to restore the normal balance that we were intended to have. So try some of these measures that you learned here at home, and jot down, please post if something's not clear, you want more clarification. As a matter of fact, don't forget, I'm going to be back tonight at 7 o'clock to go over some of these questions, or your questions with you, whatever comments you might have. So if you want to post them below, we can address them there. Or if you want to wait and speak to me live one-to-one, because I will be here Facebook Live 7 p.m. So if you have any questions that you want answered or comments about the video, please let me know. Let me know what I could do better, what you want to see more of, or if there's something I missed. I really want to tailor this for you so that you're getting your questions answered, because that's the point of being here, right? So try these measures at home. Get help if you need to, so that you can be like Bob and also Eddie Kendricks, Keep on trucking. I had to put a corny joke in. Yes, I did. So now I'm going to give you what we talked about before, a chance to win a prize. I'm going to ask a question that came right from this video. And someone who posts the correct answer will have the opportunity to win a prize. So the question for today is, what is the term for the body's ability to use different sources of fuel for energy? Post your question below, and you don't have to put in front of it, what is? Okay, Jeopardy people. You can find the answers I'm going to post tomorrow. And make sure still, if you didn't see yesterday's video, go back or the earlier videos, make sure you go back and see the earlier videos. You can find everything in the features tab. This is where you will go to every day that you come to this Facebook group, because it's going to tell you what's going on. So tomorrow we're going to have a fantastic video. It's called Bev's Beautiful Brain. It's all about how brain fog. See, I had to show you that's what brain fog is. You just can't think of the word, right? It's all about brain fog. I was really acting, guys, really. Yeah, I was really acting. But make sure that you listen to this, because this tells you that the big deal is that, yeah, it's not because of age. There really is a way that you can stop it. There are plenty of 90-year-olds. And I've met a couple of them, some in my family, who have a clear mind. So it's not because you're aging. It's something that that's in your environment that needs to be taken care of. So make sure that you watch tomorrow so that you can get an understanding, so that you can take the measures in hand that you need to, so that you're not suffering from brain fog, so that you can have a vibrant brain. All right, that's all I'm going to say. I will see you soon tonight. Bye.